Hi, this is Stefanie Barnes, and this is my YouTube video for my final in history in Mrs. Gardino's class. The questions we had to answer in this video include: how was the writing process for our research paper? Well, to begin with, I am a terrible writer, so I really have to work at getting my thoughts down on paper. And if there are a lot of distractions, this was a big distraction of mine. Hi there. If there are a lot of distractions, like my children, hi there, this is my children. I have 3 girls. When there's a lot of distractions, I can't concentrate. So, because I have kids around most of the time, I had to do a lot of my work late at night, which, as most moms probably can attest, this is what I look like in the morning. So it wasn't always pretty, but I did do my best and was able to get through things as best as I could. As far as the development of my thesis, that was an area, let me move this out of the way, that was an area that I struggled a little bit with, and this is me struggling a little bit. And then after we turned in assignment 10 and I received some comments back from Mrs. Gardino, I felt a lot more confident. This is me more confident. And I was able to move forward in the process. What did we think about the historical question, the development of our historical question? Well, the question wasn't too hard to come up with. For me, it was more whether it would work with my topic. And after some feedback from Mrs. Gardino, I found that it worked out just fine. Were there any hardships in the research process? Well, I used the school database, the library database for my information, and I found it really helpful. So I did not really have a problem finding information. My topic was women's rights. So there was obviously a lot of information that I could find on women's rights, and these are some things that had to do with women's rights over the years. The lady that, actually the person that wrote my primary source was Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and this is a picture of her. And like I said, I was able to find a lot of information through the database, which worked out really good. So I didn't have a huge amount of hardships. What have I learned through this process? Well, I have learned that there is quite a process to put together a research paper. I really enjoyed the steps, and with those steps I was able to gather all my information and put together my paper fairly easy. So I learned that there was a lot of things that you had to do to gather the information before we could just sit and write the paper. So that was that was something that I had learned. Do I love or hate my source? I actually loved it. I really enjoyed learning a lot about women's rights and learning all that women had to endure and all the things that they went through. So I really enjoyed my source, and I really enjoyed writing the paper. What skills would I say I've learned? Well, I definitely know that there is a lot involved in the process for researching history, and I learned how to accurately research it. And what I felt good about my paper, or going into the paper, is I had a lot of information on my subject matter, because we had become really familiar throughout the semester. And so what I felt good about is that since we had been working on it so much through the semester, it was really familiar for me, and so all I had to do is take all that information that we had and organize it, and then write my paper at the end. And here I am. My paper is done. I'm so excited, and I really felt good about that. And I also wanted to say thank you to Mrs. Gardino, because I really enjoyed your class, and I really learned a lot in history, and it was a lot of hard work, but I learned a lot from you, and I just wanted to say thank you very much.